Just imagine, you wake up early tomorrow morning, make your usual breakfast, and without realizing it, you begin a silent process that could seriously harm your kidneys. Maybe that nagging back pain returns, or your legs become more swollen than usual, and you think it's just the passing of time. But in reality, the culprit could be right there in your favorite beverage. What if I told you that nearly 3/4 of people over 60 are consuming liquids that are unknowingly damaging their kidneys, and that some drinks considered healthy may actually be releasing protein into the urine, one of the first signs that your kidneys are crying out for help? I'm going to tell you something your doctor probably never mentioned. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the 4 most common drinks that are damaging your kidneys right now. But that's not all. I'll also reveal 3 powerful beverages that help reverse this damage and protect your kidneys for much longer. And here comes the surprise that will blow your mind. The number 1 drink I'll recommend at the end isn't an expensive supplement or an exotic tea. In fact, it's probably in your kitchen right now, and if consumed correctly, it can reduce the risk of kidney problems by up to 28%. Pay attention, because what I'm about to share saved my mother's kidneys. At 72, she was on the verge of dialysis. The doctor gave her only 6 months before she needed a machine to filter her blood. But by eliminating just 2 drinks from her routine, and including the 3 I'm about to share, her kidney function improved 35% in just 4 months. The nephrologist said it was nearly impossible. I call this the power of knowing what to drink. Before continuing, tell me, where are you watching from? Write your city or country in the comments. This way, I can bring you content that truly resonates with the challenges facing your region. I'm Dr. Ana Laura, and if you've been feeling unexplained fatigue, swollen legs, or noticed changes in how often you go to the bathroom, write kidney in the comments now. This video might be just what you need to hear. Let's get straight to the point. The beverage industry doesn't want you to know this. I'm going to talk about the 4 biggest kidney enemies hiding in your fridge, starting with energy drinks. Have you ever seen those colorful cans that promise to instantly boost your energy, concentration, and performance? It sounds great, but behind that promise lies a real bomb for your kidneys. Every year, thousands of elderly people are hospitalized with kidney damage caused by them. Want to know what happens to your body when you drink one of these? In less than 15 minutes, your blood pressure rises, your heart races. But that's just the beginning. 1 can of these can contain up to 78 grams of sugar, the equivalent of 20 teaspoons, a massive burden on your kidneys. If you're over 60, your kidneys are already working at an accelerated pace, and now they're facing a tsunami of sugar and toxic substances that they simply can't filter properly. A recent study in the American Journal of Kidney Disease revealed that people who regularly consume energy drinks are 45% more likely to have protein in their urine, a clear warning that their kidneys are overworked and failing. But the story becomes even more worrying when you add up all the ingredients in these energy drinks. Each can contain up to 350 milligrams of caffeine, plus a lot of sugar and additives like taurine, a combination scientists call exponential kidney stress. One of the biggest dangers lies in phosphorus additives, typically listed as phosphoric acid on labels. Unlike natural phosphorus in foods, these synthetic phosphorus compounds are almost 100% absorbed by the body, overwhelming aging kidneys within minutes. Your body can only process about 700 milligrams of phosphorus per day, and a single energy drink can contain up to 500 milligrams of this highly absorbable mineral. Now, imagine adding that to the phosphorus in your daily meals. You end up creating a silent bomb that calcifies your arteries and destroys your kidney filters. Want a real-life example? Meet James, a 68-year-old grandfather from Michigan. He believed that drinking a daily energy drink was the key to keeping up with his grandchildren's energy. 6 months later, I was in the hospital with stage 3 kidney disease. The doctor was clear. Your kidneys have aged 10 years in half a year. The burning question, what is a safe dose of these drinks for your kidneys? The answer is simple, none. Even the sugar-free versions are not safe. If you're in need of an energy boost, don't worry. I'll show you natural options that increase vitality without harming your kidneys. But first, let's talk about another drink that many people consider healthy, and that even causes confusion among doctors: alcohol. This is a complicated topic. A massive study of over 14 million people in 2023 revealed a curious pattern, a J-curve. Small doses of alcohol seem to protect against the presence of protein in the urine, a sign of kidney problems, but exceeding that tiny dose skyrockets the risk. And here's the problem. This safe dose is so low, less than 1 glass a day, that almost everyone goes over it without realizing it. 2 glasses of wine with dinner, for example, increase the risk of kidney disease by 9%. 3 or more drinks, then the stress on the kidneys becomes serious and only gets worse over time. How does this happen? Alcohol attacks the kidneys on 2 fronts. First, it forces them to work overtime to eliminate fluids, causing dehydration that starts from the inside out. The kidney filters, delicate structures that clean the blood dozens of times a day, end up operating in emergency mode. Then, alcohol raises your blood pressure, which ends up damaging these filters even further, causing them to start leaking proteins. Let me tell you about Patricia from Texas. She enjoyed a glass of wine every night for 30 years because she believed it was good for her heart. At 67, a routine checkup revealed she had stage 2 kidney disease, with high levels of protein in her urine. Her nephrologist explained that her unhealthy wine drinking habits, combined with her high blood pressure medication, had been slowly damaging her kidneys for decades. What's more, alcohol also depletes B vitamins essential for kidney function, especially B1, B6, and B12. Without them, the kidneys lose their ability to filter toxins and maintain the blood's acid-base balance. This becomes a triple threat: dehydration, high blood pressure, and nutrient deficiencies. If you take blood pressure medication, are over 65, or already have hypertension, forget about this protective dose of alcohol. It simply doesn't exist for you. The kidneys have no reserves. This means that the first sip can already cause damage. If you're reading this and taking any prescription medication, be warned. Alcohol and your kidneys aren't exactly good friends. Now, let's move on to enemy number 2, cow's milk. This might hurt a bit, because we were raised to believe that milk strengthens bones and keeps the body healthy. But here's the truth few tell. After 60, milk can stop being your ally and become a problem for your kidneys. Each glass contains over 250 milliliters of phosphorus and almost 400 milliliters of potassium. For young, healthy kidneys, this may be manageable, but if you're over 60, there's a high chance, about 40%, that your kidneys are already functioning at reduced capacity. And the worst part is, you may not even realize it yet. The minerals that once strengthened your bones now begin to accumulate in your body, like a kind of toxic sludge. The World Health Organization calls this mineral overload syndrome. When phosphorus builds up because aging kidneys can't filter it properly, it not only overloads the kidneys but also calcifies the arteries, leaving blood vessels stiff. This forces your heart to work harder, increases blood pressure, and puts even more strain on your kidneys. It's a vicious cycle that accelerates aging throughout the body. But what really should worry you is the excess potassium in dairy products, even unsweetened ones. This excess can cause irregular heartbeats and, in extreme cases, sudden cardiac arrest without warning or symptoms. Bottom line, your heart could stop working because your kidneys can't process that daily glass of milk. And of course, the dairy industry doesn't want you to know this. In modern processes, they add phosphate salts as preservatives, and to improve texture. These artificial phosphates are absorbed by the body 3 times faster than natural phosphorus. In other words, that glass of milk you think is healthy could be worse for your kidneys than a fast food burger. One study showed that people who switched from regular milk to plant-based alternatives improved their kidney function by 18% in just 8 weeks. Oh, and if you think skim milk helps, you're wrong. It has even more potassium, 409 millimolar per cup, which only makes matters worse. You think you're making a healthy choice, but you're actually pushing your kidneys closer and closer to their limits. Now, let's move on to the number 1 big villain, sugary drinks, the silent killer of the kidneys. It's not just soda, but also that sweet tea you drink in the afternoon, the fruit punch at parties, the sports drinks after your morning walk, even that seemingly harmless vitamin water. They all have something in common. Lots of hidden sugar that causes a real biochemical attack on your kidney filters. A 2024 study of 200,000 people by the UK Biobank revealed something frightening. Drinking just 1 sugary drink a day increases the risk of developing chronic kidney disease by 45%. Just 1 drink. That's all it takes to start the destruction. But then comes the twist that almost no one imagines. Diet sodas? Oh, those are even worse. Those calorie-free options you skipped thinking you were making the healthier choice. The truth is, they increase the risk of kidney disease by 52%. That's right, more than regular soda. The artificial sweeteners in these drinks trigger inflammation in the body that's even more dangerous than traditional sugar. When you drink something loaded with sugar, your body immediately begins to deal with a crisis. Fructose, for example, turns into uric acid, a toxin that directly damages your kidney tissue. And to make matters worse, these drinks constrict the blood vessels that carry oxygen to the kidneys, choking off their vital supply. It's like asking someone to run a marathon while gradually holding their breath, a slow, silent torture. Sarah Shen, a nephrology specialist at Johns Hopkins, has no doubt. If I could eliminate one thing from my patients' diets to save their kidneys, it would be sugary drinks. The damage is rapid, severe, and often irreversible. Now, you might be wondering, okay, but what can I drink? That's exactly what we're going to talk about now. Get ready, because these 3 kidney-protecting drinks will change everything you thought you knew about hydration and health. Let's start with number 3, homemade lemonade, a true natural kidney stone buster. Forget those expensive miracle supplements. The most powerful kidney protector costs less than $1 and is ready in 30 seconds. But be careful. It's not vitamin C or detoxification. That's a myth. The secret lies in a specific compound called citrate, which acts as a veritable bodyguard for your kidneys. It works like this. The most common kidney stones form when calcium and oxalate particles combine in the urine, creating painful crystals that impair kidney function. Citrate steps in, binding to the calcium, and keeping everything dissolved and harmless. Without this union, there are no stones, and your kidneys are protected. A 2021 study followed 203 patients with recurrent kidney stones. Half of them began drinking fresh lemon juice daily. The result? They had significantly higher citrate levels in their urine, meaning they were preventing stone formation 24/7. One trick that changed everything for my patients was adding a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to lemonade. This creates an electrolyte drink that hydrates the kidneys 3 times more than plain water. The minerals in the salt help the body absorb water into the cells, reducing pressure on the kidneys and maximizing the protective effect of citrate. Now pay attention. It has to be homemade lemonade. The ones you buy ready-made, they're just sugar water in disguise. Those will destroy your kidneys, not save them. Ideally, squeeze half a lemon into 250 ml of water and drink it through a straw to protect your tooth enamel. Make this a daily ritual every morning, and your kidneys will have military-grade protection against stones. Want a real-life example? Margaret, 71 from Ohio, had 5 kidney stones in 3 years. After she started drinking homemade lemonade every day, she hasn't had any stones in the last 18 months. Her urologist was impressed and said Margaret's citrate levels are similar to those of someone half her age. Number 2 on the list is green tea, that powerful ally your kidneys never knew they needed. Most people drink green tea thinking it's just a healthy thing to do, but few realize it's one of the strongest kidney protectors out there. The secret lies not only in the leaf itself, but in an incredible compound called EGCG. Think of it as an elite team specialized in caring for and repairing your kidneys. Recent studies, using a technique called Mendelian randomization, which is like the gold standard for proving cause and effect, have shown something incredible. People who genetically tend to drink more green tea have a 20% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease. And there's more. These same people have 24% less protein in their urine, that classic sign of kidney failure. In other words, their kidneys are aging more slowly than most people's. How does it work? EGCG has a 2-pronged strategy. First, it suppresses inflammation in kidney tissue, like a firefighter arriving to put out a blaze. Then, it activates the natural antioxidants found in kidney cells, creating a protective shield against future damage. In other words, it not only protects, but also teaches your kidneys to defend themselves. Want a real-life example? In Okinawa, Japan, where kidney disease is 70% less common than in the United States, people drink a special type of green tea called sampin tea, with virtually every meal. They brew the tea gently but drink it throughout the day, ensuring a steady flow of EGCG to the kidneys. This gentler, more continuous approach is much more effective than drinking 2 or 3 strong cups and then stopping there. A 2025 analysis of more than 17,000 patients with kidney problems showed that those who drank up to 4 cups of green tea a day had an 11% lower risk of dying from any cause. And among women prone to kidney stones, those who drank green tea daily were free of stones, while 42% of those who didn't drink them did. Just one important detail: the water temperature makes all the difference. Water that's too boiling destroys the EGCG, so let the water cool for about a minute before brewing the tea. And don't throw away the leaves after a brew. You can reuse them up to 3 times a day. Each time you do, new protective compounds are released. And please, stay away from bottled green tea. These drinks are full of sugar and end up negating all the benefits. Now, number 1, the one that will change everything you thought about coffee and kidneys: black coffee. The true kidney defender who has always been wronged. For years, doctors urged patients with kidney problems to avoid coffee, but science has proven them completely wrong. A massive 2021 meta-analysis, which analyzed data from over 500,000 people, resolved this controversy. Coffee drinkers have a 14% lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease, and that's just the beginning. These people also have an 18% lower chance of developing end-stage kidney disease, which requires dialysis, and a 19% lower risk of proteinuria. There's more. The risk of dying from kidney-related causes is 28% lower for coffee drinkers, and the chances of having kidney stones drop by 32%. The secret is to understand that coffee isn't just caffeine. It's like a mobile pharmacy, full of compounds that protect your body. 2 of them, chlorogenic acid and melanoidins, are powerful antioxidants that combat precisely the type of oxidative stress that destroys kidney tissue as we age. At the molecular level, caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors in the kidney's blood vessels, causing them to dilate and increasing beneficial blood flow. This increased flow means more efficient filtration. Toxins are eliminated more easily, and your kidneys age more slowly and healthily. But here's the crux. You need to navigate this change yourself. Adding cream and sugar not only increases calories, but also overloads your kidneys with minerals that negate all the benefits of pure coffee. Use paper filters, not metal ones, because they remove compounds that can stress your cardiovascular system. And an important precaution, stop drinking coffee after 2 p.m. to protect your sleep, as rest is essential for kidney repair. Dr. Michael Torres, principal investigator of the landmark coffee study, told me personally, if my patients did just that, replace their sugary drinks with black coffee, we would reduce their kidney disease rates by 1/3 in 5 years. Now, here's your 30-day kidney transformation plan. You already know what's destroying your kidneys and what can save them. But knowing isn't enough. You have to take action. First week, eliminate just one of the kidney destroyers. Start with energy drinks or soda. They're the easiest to eliminate and bring quick results. Second week, add lemon water to your morning ritual. Squeeze half a lemon into 250 milliliters of water and drink it through a straw as soon as you wake up. Third week, replace one daily beverage with green tea. The afternoon is perfect, as it helps combat the post-lunch spike in inflammation. Fourth week, transition to black coffee. Gradually reduce the cream and sugar until you can drink it black. In just 30 days, many people report reduced leg swelling, increased energy, mental clarity, and better sleep quality. Your kidneys will begin to reverse damage at the cellular level. Blood tests will show improved filtration rates and reduced protein loss. But here's my challenge to you. Don't wait 30 days to get started. Make at least one change today. Your kidneys filter 189 liters of blood every day, removing toxins that could kill you within hours. They've protected you your entire life. Now it's time to give back. Let us know in the comments which drink you'll eliminate first. Your commitment may inspire others to take better care of their kidneys. And if this video opened your eyes to dangers you weren't aware of, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Your kidneys and your future self will thank you.